Basil Pandy's body lies in state as funeral arrangements are being made. Tobago gets its first Spartan fire hydrant. UTP political leader slams Chief Secretary over remarks at Ho Choi's funeral. And in sport, football action resumes in Tobago. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards. This is your Tobago Updates television news for Friday, 5th January 2024. Topping the news this evening, as preparations are underway for the state funeral of former Prime Minister Basil Pandy, his body was laid at the dome of the Red House in Trinidad for viewing. His funeral will be held next Tuesday at the Southern Academy for Performing Arts in San Fernando under Hindu rites. Nikos Phillips has the details.
President Christine Kangaloo was among those who viewed the body of former Prime Minister Basil Pandy at the Red House today. She also signed the condolence book in his memory. Opposition leader and political leader of the UNC, Kamala Prasad Basesa, and her members also attended the viewing. Pandy died at age 90 on Monday, 1st January at a hospital in Florida where he had been receiving medical treatment in December 2023. His body arrived in Trinidad and Tobago shortly after 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Since his death, many have expressed their sadness and heartfelt thanks to the Silver Fox for his service to Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Pandy's body remained in state for public viewing until 5:30 p.m. Meanwhile, Pandy's daughter, Michaela, took to social media to express thanks for the outpouring of support given to her family since her father's death. She wrote, "We are working on funeral arrangements and will share with you the details in the coming days." Nikos Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, Tobago is set to welcome a groundbreaking innovation in the form of a new fire hydrant. The Siege-Lock Spartan hydrant, the first of its kind in Trinidad and Tobago, boasts a tamper-proof and rust-proof design, requires minimal maintenance, ensures durability, and features a futuristic aesthetic. Candice Jackson tells us more.
Fires can cause significant devastation, and the effectiveness of firefighting efforts relies in part on first responders having access to operational fire hydrants strategically placed across the island. Unfortunately, the functionality of hydrants can be compromised over time due to factors like rust, wear and tear, and even theft, impeding the work of fire officers. Introducing a new solution to address these challenges is the Siege-Lock Spartan fire hydrant, spearheaded by Stephen Harris, the managing director of Secure Group.
It's a hydrant that's sealed, so it's called a clamshell design, so it's sealed, so it protects against the weather. If you look at the old hydrant here, it's totally corroded, being next to the sea where we are. This one is weather resistant, it's maintenance free because it's sealed as well. It's tamper proof, so people can't come and steal the parts.
The installation of Siege-Lock Spartan fire hydrant is underway at a cluster of villas in Tobago plantations. Property manager Dwayne Kenny explained that the decision to adopt the Spartan fire hydrant was prompted by the realization that old hydrants were in need of replacements.
To be replaced, did a long study on options, and all the hydrants we saw that existed, there was only one that stood out because it'll last significantly longer. It's a more modern design. It will hold with the climate. It's fully approved by the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Services. So, all of those check boxes were there.
Kenny expresses the hope that both private developers and the government will consider adopting the modern Siege-Lock Spartan fire hydrants.
Because anything you do should be built to last, because you're talking about safety, and you don't want to hook up a fire truck to something that doesn't work.
This marks the inaugural installation of its kind not only in Trinidad and Tobago but also the wider Caribbean. Harris is thrilled that this milestone is taking place in Tobago.
Actually, when I first got the distributorship for these hydrants, I really thought about Tobago. Because I spent a lot of time in Tobago when I was younger, and I know the situation here with the weather and the sea blast and corrosion, and I really thought it would be a good fit for Tobago. So it's kind of poetic justice that the first sale came from Tobago.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Ironically, a fire occurred last night in Lambo which left a house destroyed. Around 8:45 p.m., fire destroyed the house located at Sandy Hill Extension. Director of the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, Alan Stewart, confirmed that 2 persons occupied the house and that TEMA had deployed a team to conduct preliminary damage assessments and to see how best they could provide relief to the occupants. Well, coming up next, a former chief administrator who worked closely with Ho Choi Charles explains the meaning behind a ring bang, and later, tutor calls on authorities to communicate with teachers.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Strawberry Local Road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Ansa Makal Group.
The recent passing of Tobago's inaugural Chief Secretary Ho Choi Charles has prompted many to reminisce about one of his controversial initiatives, Ring Bang. With renewed interest and current efforts being made to restore the site of the Ring Bang Monument, Dr. Ellis Boris, a former technical officer in the THA during that period, took the opportunity to remind Tobagonians of the meaning behind it. Here's more.
Feet tall and overlooking Scarborough, the Ring Bang Monument was forgotten for over 2 decades, signifying Tobago's apparent move beyond the controversial initiative that was the Ring Bang concert at the turn of the millennium. Ring Bang was Chief Secretary Ho Choi Charles' ambitious attempt to brand and market Tobago globally to over 2 billion people through a television broadcast on the BBC as the world transitioned from 1999 to 2000. Even though the goal was not achieved, Charles did manage to succeed in constructing the monument. Dr. Ellis Boris, who served as a technical officer in a division of works during that period, recalled the introduction of the idea by Charles.
I was the anchor to a certain degree to have things executed don't at work. So Mr. Charles came down to the meeting and he started. I remember one man walked out of the meeting. So I said, okay, let him go. He doesn't have the vision to see. Let him ride out into the sunset.
Charles continued to struggle to convince people of his vision. However, he was persistent, and Dr. Boris ensured they carried out the plans as best as possible.
There were some stages that were supposed to be built, and we did all, our works department did all that. Then we collected the plyboard back, returned the plyboard back to the storage, and some people was trying to steal plyboard anyway, but you know.
As part of the preparations for the Ring Band concert, a monument was erected at a cost of $1 million. However, it faced widespread criticism from Tobagonians who did not understand the meaning behind the stick figure symbol. But Dr. Boris understood the meaning. He said the symbol was intended to represent liberation from slavery. There's
a kind of a cage, a triangular cage to the back of the Ring Band sign. That is like a cage of slavery, and the man is out of the cage. So it's a liberation sign to a certain degree. So the man is out of the cage, and the symbol is up there.
On the heels of Charles's death, the present THA administration is clearing the bush that hid the monument. Dr. Boris expressed hope that the true purpose of the monument will finally be realized.
We went and we actually, as the engineer, look at what was required. We put down the bolts, rolling down bolts, so it is well in place there. Yes. It cannot move, but it's there still, that it could be refurbished and rejuvenated.
Efforts are also on the way to determine if the monument can be lit at nights. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Now to this. Following the funeral of former Chief Secretary Ho Choi Charles, political leader of the party Unity of the People, Nikos Phillips, had some opinions about how Charles has been honored. He chastised Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, accusing him of being a hypocrite for what he said during his remarks at the funeral. Here's more.
After expressing condolences to the Charles family and apologizing for not attending the funeral service, Phillips accused Chief Secretary Farley Augustine of hypocrisy. Phillips claimed that during the service, Augustine, who gave remarks, was hypocritical, citing instances when Augustine, upon becoming Chief Secretary, ignored Charles's advice.
You are not taking advice on him. You are ignoring his cause. You have made meetings and ignored him. Let us all remember that Mr. Ho Choi Charles suffered in the sense that this Chief Secretary was ignoring this man.
Phillips also believes that Augustine had the opportunity to honor Charles before he passed.
But at a point in time when you realize that the advice was too strong and too real, you all kicked him to the curb, and that I do not like hypocrisy. And for that, I honestly glad I was not at the funeral today, because I do not like fakery in the bakery.
Phillips touched on the matter of the Tobago Autonomy Bill, an issue that Charles advocated for relentlessly.
Mr. Ho Choi went in good lengths with us with that bill. And even with the bill we would have presented, and your presentation was not the presentation of us, the four political leaders. You switched the meeting, you switch what was said and what was agreed upon to give it to your counterparts, which is the UNC.
Phillips accused Augustine of neglecting the Autonomy Bill and chastised the initiative of summarizing the bill, stating that it is not what Charles would have wanted. Phillips also thinks that the discussion of the Autonomy Bill should have been done at another time. At a press conference held the day before Charles's funeral, Augustine admitted to being cautious about allowing Charles to advise him in an official capacity. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates, Television News.
WPC with a bad attitude was served with a disciplinary notice as Commissioner of Police Erla Harewood Christopher responded to an audio clip that went viral showing a police officer being impolite to a person who called for information. She said poor customer service will not be tolerated. Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
In a statement to the media, Police Commissioner Erla Harewood Christopher says her department has been making significant investment to enhance the public service it provides, and that she strongly commends any situation in which police personnel provide inadequate customer service while on duty. The release went on to state that the TTPS strives for professionalism in all facets of its operation and will continue to offer continuous customer service training to all officers to ensure that the public receives the best service. She stated that any instances of subpar customer service will be deemed unacceptable and will not be tolerated by the TTPS. The incident occurred when a male resident called to report a robbery at his home.
Good morning, WP Advocacy.
Hi, good day. My wife called this morning, probably about 2 hours ago, to report A home robbery. We had called the E999. They said that they would call the station, but nobody else has called us as in.
Okay, so what you all doing? Staying down home and waiting for the police to call all you? You don't know where the station is?
Excuse me?
Do you know where the station is? St. Joseph Station?
Yes.
So why you all don't come in and make a formal report?
Thanks, man.
Huh?
I say thanks.
Okay.
The head of the TTPS sought to inform the public that senior officers at all police stations are in charge of making sure all reports made over the phone or in person are accurately and promptly documented, and that officers act quickly when needed. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Our sport report is next. Stay close. Mic mute.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and low, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and low. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material. Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive Collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket. Like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
Now to some sport news. The Tobago Football Association 2023-2024 season witnessed the resumption of league action on Wednesday after a hiatus for Christmas celebrations. The Dwight York Stadium hosted an eliminator match between Eagles FC and Charlottesville Police Youth Club. For the details on how the game concluded, sport reporter Marcus Daniel has us.
Eagles FC and Charlottesville PYC faced off in an eliminator, both vying for the remaining Big 8 spot after finishing as the third best team in their respective conferences. At full time, the youthful Eagles FC in their debut season secured the coveted position. Despite surviving an early penalty scare, Ajani Alling found the back of the net in the 31st minute, capitalizing on a close range opportunity. 2 minutes later, Zion McCool showcased a goal reminiscent of Lionel Messi's style. The game was effectively sealed in the 56th minute when Cassidy Davidson seized on a lax back pass executed a quick 1-2 and slotted his shot past the outstretched goalkeeper. The Big 8 will consist of 2 groups of 4 teams each, engaging in a round-robin format. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the Big 4. The qualified teams from the conference round are Georgia and Sides from the Eastern Conference, Signal Hill United, Stokeyville and Leeds United from the Central Conference, and Canby, Mount Pleasant, Bethel United and Eagles FC from the Western Conference. In Pool 1, Bethel United, Eagles FC, Signal Hill United and Sides FC will compete, while in Pool 2, Stokeyville, Georgia FC, Leeds United and Canby, Mount Pleasant will face each other. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Well, coming up after the break, we'll tell you just how tutor feels about teachers not being paid monies owed to them. Stay close.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can't beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Hello everyone, it's Roy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Torbay Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development has relocated its Crown Point office to Glen Road in Scarborough to better serve you, our clients. Our main office is located at the corner of Glen Road and Glen Road Branch number 1, the building formerly occupied by COSTAT. Our grant and electrical inspectorate services can be accessed at number 2 Montessori Drive in Glen Road, building 1 and 2.
The country's educators are being disrespected by the Ministry of Education. This according to the Trinidad and Tobago Teachers Association, which claims the ministry has gone silent about promised back pay to its members. Here are the details.
TUTA President Martin Lumpkin expressed the union's disappointment with both the Division of Education, Research and Technology in Tobago and the Ministry of Education. Lumpkin noted a conspicuous lack of correspondence and communication in addition to unfulfilled deadlines. According to Lumpkin, more than 400 teachers are still awaiting their back salaries, while acknowledging the considerable logistic challenges involved. TUTA emphasized that the failure to meet the deadline raises significant concerns about the commitment to prompt and transparent communication. In light of the current situation, the union is urging the Ministry of Education and the Division of Education, Research and Technology to provide a comprehensive update to the status of outstanding monies designated for back pay to educators. The back pay in question pertains to the year 2014 to 2017 and 2017 to 2020. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
World Braille Day is celebrated on the 4th of January every year. Used mainly by blind and visually impaired persons, Braille is a system that allows them to read. Welfare officer at the Trinidad and Tobago Blind Welfare Tobago office, Sean Trim, thoroughly explained what Braille is and how it's used. Listen up.
World Braille Day has been celebrated annually on the 4th of January since 2019. Welfare Officer Sean Trim said that the blind welfare has existed for over 100 years, providing services for blind and visually impaired persons nationwide. He gave a general overview of the origins of Braille.
Braille was started by a guy by the name of Louis Braille, and that was started for persons who are blind and visually impaired so they can read. It's a series of dots. It's like codes. You align them in a particular way and they are raised dots off of a paper.
Providing a demonstration, Trim explained that the way these dots are aligned allows people to be able to read.
If you've seen this is a slate. This is called a Braille slate. Right? So this is an example of how the dots are. This is 6 dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And you see the highlighted part of it? That would represent a letter A.
He said the 6 dots on the paper are called a Braille cell, and that the different locations where these dots are raised on the paper represent a different letter ranging from A to Z. It also includes numbers.
When you enter like an elevator, sometimes you notice that the buttons in the elevator have some little dots on them. That is Braille. If you don't know Braille, you wouldn't understand it. So the public who is visually impaired or blind would need to understand Braille to be able to use those, to understand those dots in the elevator.
Trim shared that there are also markings on money. Although they are not Braille cells, they differentiate the various enumerations. However, he said in places outside of Trinidad and Tobago, there are markings on stairways, doors and walls, explaining that it is hardly used here since many people are not familiar with Braille. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Let's have a look at the weather forecast from the TNT Met office tonight. Anticipate mostly clear and cool conditions despite the possibility of occasional overnight showers with temperatures reaching a low of 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, the weather is expected to be hot, sunny and occasionally breezy in most areas with isolated showers in a few regions. The night will be mostly fair and cool with temperatures ranging from 25 to 32 degrees Celsius. On Sunday, expect a few showery spells, particularly during the early morning and afternoon, will interrupt an otherwise hot, sunny and at times breezy day. The night is forecasted to be mostly fair with 1 or 2 showers. Daytime temperatures will hover around 32 degrees Celsius, dropping to 25 degrees Celsius at night. Seas are moderately rough and may occasionally become choppy, with waves reaching up to 2.2 meters in open waters and remaining below 1.3 meters in sheltered areas. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recap the headlines before we go. Basir Pandey's body lies in state as funeral arrangements are being made. Tobago gets its first Spartan fire hydrant. UTP political leader slams Chief Secretary over remarks at Hocho's funeral. And in sport, football action resumes in Tobago. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.